Hey y'all, it is Glam Rebecca, and in today's video we are doing episode 7 of the human Starcraft 2 campaign on normal mode. This is the Great Train Robbery, and if y'all have ever watched me play any of the co-op games that I have put up on YouTube, then you should be pretty familiar with this map. I'm going to go ahead and roll the intro, and then there will be several cutscenes. I'll see you in just a minute.
Thanks for joining us. Our own Kate Lockwell is reporting live from the refugee ship Skinnerd 2 in orbit around the planet Meinhof.
Donnie, the death toll out here is soaring. Massive refugee fleets like this one are struggling to reach the safety of the core worlds. Many of them won't. They're short on food, water, and
Kate
hope.
will discuss how the Dominion will rescue those worlds when we get there.
There's a lot of talk about rescue among the refugees, but they're pinning their hopes on paramilitary and rebel groups such as Rainer's...
Great report, Kate. Live from a refugee ship over Meinhof, where everyone eagerly awaits the Dominion's return. Up next, a Vermilion commentary. Refugees. Are they really our responsibility?
You're all heart, Donnie.
You know, it is scary how similar VNN is to the Fox News network that we have here in the United States, where people just take everything they tell them as fact and don't do any research on their own. It is rather scary.
Never thought we'd be back on Meinhof again. Oh, we broke our backs trying to make a life on that rock. Kelmorians squeezing us dry. Day we rose up, we just couldn't take it anymore, you know?
I feel ya. Man's got a duty to stand up and be counted sometimes.
Oh, hell, we were stupid. Having right on your side ain't no match for Goss guns and combat walkers. A lot of folks died for nothing. If you hadn't shown up when you did...
Hey, your people bought their own freedom. Paid for it in blood. Me and Matt, we were just glad to help.
In case you haven't found one of my videos before, always make sure if you're playing this type of campaign for StarCraft 2 that you always go in and double check and see what you can upgrade every time you finish a mission. You never know if there's something that you wanted before that you couldn't afford that you may be able to afford now. So I always recommend that you check with Swan at the armory every time you finish a mission, just so you can see what is upgradable and what you want to upgrade for next time and how much.
We need more samples. Oh, Commander. I've been giving these artifacts some thought. Oh, don't worry. I know what you're gonna say. I haven't been running diagnostics on them or anything. Well, at least not directly, at any rate.
Just spit it out, son.
Well, sir, when the second piece was added, the ambient containment field spiked drastically. I know. If we add any more pieces, we'll need to draw even more power from the ship's fusion core to maintain the field.
So holding these things is dangerous and expensive. Well, the sooner we get them off my ship, the better. Well, Ariel, found a world for your people yet?
Yes, an unclaimed planet called Haven. It's near the edge of Protoss space, but it seems safe enough.
It'll have to do. Your people need to lay low for a while.
Aren't either of you worried the colonists might be infested?
How could you even suggest that? They're perfectly healthy.
I hope so, Ariel. The Protoss don't mess around when it comes to infestation. Just in case, maybe you should start looking into some kind of cure for the Zerg virus.
Conventional wisdom says a cure is impossible. The virus mutates too fast. But I'll look into it.
Just do what you can. That's all anyone's asking.
I'm working on a cure for the Zerg virus. I just hope my people won't need it.
Kerrigan's learning some new tricks. The infestation on Meinhof seemed particularly virulent.
It's about the worst thing I can imagine. Losing who you are like that, all the while being slowly twisted into a damn monster.
If any of Dr. Hansen's people on Haven are infested...
I know. It's just a matter of time before the Protoss come looking for him. Still, I have a history with the Protoss. If it comes to that, maybe I can talk them down.
I hear the mighty
We've received reports of a new Dominion salvage operation on Tarsonis. They're running a large number of supply trains with minimal security. If we intercept the trains and liberate their contents before they can be shipped off-world, we could make a serious profit.
Never thought we'd be back to this graveyard again. What have we got, Matt?
The Dominion's restored power to the old rail network. They're using the trains to move salvage to a central processing station. Our informants say the Dominion's found something unusually valuable, and they're transporting it to the processing station today. It's on one of these trains, but unfortunately they're all scan shielded, so we can't tell which one. We'll have to hit as many as we can and hope we get lucky.
Hope we get lucky? That ain't the usual Matt Horner plan.
You got a better one, sir. I'm all ears.
It's all good, Matt. You sold me. Well, let's go rob ourselves some trains. Old Tychus is gonna love this one.
So there are several co-op maps that I play regularly, and I just play on random map, and I play on normal mode, I do believe, on co-op, depending on how stressed out I am. If I really want to play something where I'm focused, I'll play it on hard or brutal. But for the most part, I play the co-op maps just to freaking...
Sir, it turns out there are a few Confederate vehicles in the hills the Dominion haven't salvaged yet.
Diamondbacks. Man, I didn't think they made it past prototyping. Their rail guns will be great for stopping those trains. No pun intended. I'll upload their schematics to our factory network.
There may be other vehicles around that we can commandeer. We should keep our eyes open.
Relax. Oh, and this episode has a ton of cutscenes. There's a lot of talking. There's a lot of other stuff going on. This was almost an hour long. I cut it down to 30 minutes by speeding stuff up. But the long and the short of it is, this is the train map that I freaking detest on the co-op stuff because it's such a pain in the ass. There are 3 different train tracks in the co-op mission that kind of model after this campaign. This campaign does have several special things to get, and I don't know if I got all of them. There are finding all the vehicles. There's little dragon bones that you have to collect, so there's that. But I don't know if I collected everything on this map. But basically, there are, again, multiple train tracks, and unlike with some of the other ones, you don't have a friend that's going to help you get all this stuff. And instead of using those Diamondbacks to run around with like I am right now, you really need to keep those on a track. Do not do that. You need to build your Vespine up, but to the top left-hand corner of the map, there is another base there. You can kind of see it on the mini-map where there's like a little white spot up there. If you build another base up there and clear out what's there, then you'll have access to like more crystals and stuff. I recommend expanding up there as quickly as possible.
Excellent work, sir. We can utilize the train's scrap payload to build more units.
Possible. If you guys want me to show you another version of this where I go back and replay this mission and show you faster ways to complete this map, I can. Also, the Diamondback should be further up down the track so that when the train is coming at you, you can take it out faster than you know, having them stationed further on down the line. You want to be further up closer to the enemy base so that you can start attacking it sooner so the Diamondbacks don't have to run as far. So there's that. Now, I'm not going to talk through this entire video because there's a lot of stuff that goes on. There's a lot of cutscenes, and I do try and like cut out all the talking and stuff on this. This is a lengthy map. This takes quite a bit of finagling.
A train is coming through the western tunnel.
Check it out, Jimmy. Dominion started sending escorts to protect the trains.
and there's going to be like marauders and stuff. See, there's the other base at the top, and you can't actually attack stuff farther away with those Diamondbacks because they have some really good range. So keep those building. And there's going to be marauders later that walk the tracks. Avoid them at all fucking costs. They will attack your shit on the train tracks. If you want to protect it, you can. I recommend that you run because they are pretty nasty. Unless you hire mercenaries to protect stuff. So anyways, I'm going to stop talking for the moment, and then I will be back later.
Get me out of here. Yep. You're about to get me.
Commander, I'm picking up increased comm traffic from the Dominion. Sounds like they're planning to attack our base. We better be ready.
What's on your mind? What's going on?
Upgrade complete. Base is under attack. Not enough minerals. A train is exiting the southern tunnel.
What's up? What's on your mind? I'm waiting. Got my attention. SCV ready. What's the plan? Go on. Release them in. At the ready. We can use some help here. The doctor is in. Get me out of here. I'm waiting. What's going on?
Upgrade. Not enough minerals.
Yes, sir. Please state the nature of your medical emergency. Just relax.
Not enough minerals.
What needs killing? Gotcha.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
What's the plan?
Sir, one of the trains got through. We can't let too many get past us or we'll miss the cargo we're looking for.
SCV ready. What needs killing? What's on your mind? I like it. Need a light. Victory is ours. SCV ready. On the move. Excellent.
A train is coming through the western tunnel.
My pleasure. SCV ready. At the ready. SCV ready. How devious. SCV ready. Who wants some?
Upgrade complete.
Of course. Victory is ours. SCV ready. Get me out of here. Go on. Bring a shovel. SCV boy. We hear you. Gotcha. SCV ready. Good job, Mo. This better be good. SCV ready. Been waiting on you. Fast. Or up there. Huh? Move it. Yeah, whatever.
Additional supply depots required.
The Dominion are constructing a series of bunkers to protect the tracks. Be careful.
Additional supply depots required.
Venom. Good job, boy. What's going on? You're the boss. In the rear with the gear.
Base is under attack.
What's the plan? Go ahead. Yes, sir. What's on your mind? Get me out of here.
Our SCV is under attack.
Gangway.
A train is approaching through a tunnel in the northwest.
Yeah, whatever. Go on. What's up? Get me out of here. Go ahead. Move it. I'm going.
Base is under attack. Base is under attack. Our SCVs are under attack. Bespin Geyser exhausted.
What needs killing? Disaster event. What? Elegant. How tedious. In the rear with the gear.
Additional supply depots deployed. Additional supply depot.
I'm in a heap of trouble. You're loud. Yeah, that's going to block. Armed and ready. Good job, huh? Yo. Go on.
A train is coming through the western tunnel.
My goose is getting cooked. Gangway. What needs killing? Gervais, get me out of here. Bad news.
Alright, so hopefully you guys liked the music selection that I picked for this. I found that not only did I let a train get past me because I was not prepared for it, I do not want you guys to make the same mistake. So make sure that you have your bunkers and stuff built closer to the enemy lines so that you can easily put Marines and whatnot in them so that you're able to better protect and keep the trains from getting away from you. Also keep an eye on all of the tracks at one time.
Sir, I'm detecting Dominion kill teams patrolling the tracks with large groups of marauders. I'll mark their location with a red warning symbol. Still, you should try to avoid them.
What needs killing? My pleasure.
It gives you a warning, like a dee-dee, where it's gonna like tell you that there is somebody coming or that there is somebody else that is going to be going into you know, which track they're going to be coming down. And also those Dominion guys, I tell you what, they are some nasty pieces of work. So do not use your Diamondbacks to attack them because they will wipe them out, and you need them for their speed to attack the trains. I made that mistake, and then I had to rebuild my bunkers and stuff. So if you look at the top of the map, it shows like the top that it's on the top train track. Again, you need your people further up, closer on the track, so it has more time to attack it, especially if it's running past bunkers and stuff. All of my bunkers do have the capabilities of shooting at stuff, so that is handy. But also the thing is that you need to be able to defend your base and defend each of the 3 train tracks. Now, if you play this in co-op, you have help. But I think opening up that top base at the top left is going to be your first priority. Get that built. Get both bases built up. Search for all the other things like I'm doing right now, where I'm searching all of the black areas on the map to see what I haven't done yet or what I haven't discovered, because there are several other things that I haven't found, and I can't remember if this is the initial play or if I went back and replayed this one. I know there was a couple of missions that I was like, I screwed up, so I went back and replayed them more than once so that I could show you exactly what I mean. And honestly, I can't remember if this is that one or not. I know this map is rather difficult.
Mineral field depleted.
What needs killing?
A train is coming through the western tunnel.
So the main things that I can tell you from doing this map: build your main base, get 5 SCVs to go over to the other base to start building your gas extractors and your main base there, and building store the supply bunkers, and at least 1 aerial turret. I don't know I can't remember if there were any flyers on this map. I could have swore there may have been. But just rule of thumb, build one of those little turret things so that you have a better range of view. That's why I usually build them, especially if there is nothing flying on the map.
You scared me.
I'm trying to think of what else I can tell you that may be helpful.
Get me out of here.
Oh yeah, and you also have those little towers that you can use for visibility. Build those every, like if you're building barracks and stuff, build a sensor tower near it so that you have better visibility. Try and explore the map, but do not take your Diamondbacks with you when you go. Yes, they're faster. Do your like little dune buggy there that shoots fire. That's going to be your fastest route to getting, getting around the map is your little dune buggy that shoots fire, because you need your Diamondbacks on the tracks to get after the trains. But this map is almost done.
A train is exiting the southern tunnel.
Looks like the Dominion ran out of whatever they were juicing the trains with.
What needs killing?
They're putting out bigger escorts, though. We better watch ourselves.
So as I said earlier, I did accidentally let one train get through, so I'm kind of screwed on that. This is the very last train. Oh, there was a Raven, so there are flyers on this map, so you need at least a couple of those. If you build barracks, build at least one aerial ranged tower. I don't think I got everything, though.
Sir, we're detecting electrical activity in the wreckage.
Now let's see what they were so fired up to get their hands on.
Adjutant 23-46 online. System recording. New Gettysburg Defense Initiative. Submit access codes.
Well, I'll be. It's an old Confederate adjutant. Now, what intel's so important they'd go and dig her up to recover it?
I think there was one other ship that I didn't get. I'm waiting on the score to come up so I can see. Yeah, it says 5 out of 8 Diamondbacks found. So, oh no, wait, 5 out of 6. So there was one that I did not find. And it looks like I got all the research this time. This may be the map that I replayed. Now, there's going to be a ton of cinematics after this. So this is where the Great Train Robbery ends. This is the end of that episode. So if you want to dip out here at 22 minutes in, that's fine. If you want to, stay to the end, it's 30 minutes long. You got another 8 minutes of cinematics, and none of them are sped up. So enjoy.
Talk to me, you old piece of junk. No.
User identified. Rayner, James. Ex-Marshal, Marsara Colony. Joined Sons of Korhal Terrorist Group. Status, criminal.
Enough about me, darling. What else you got locked up in that synthetic head of yours?
User status, criminal. Access denied.
Playing hard to get, huh? We'll see about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, each night I bring you the news in the most fair and balanced manner possible. But tonight I have a commentary. Some have asked me what the difference is between our leader, Emperor Mengsk, and the traitor Jim Raynor. They point out that Mengsk rebelled against the government of his youth and came to power through the use of violence and subversion. Why is it wrong for Jim Raynor to rebel in similar fashion? There is a difference. When Emperor Mengsk began his revolution, there was no threat hanging over humanity. James Raynor is waging his revolution while we are at war with 2 alien races. James Raynor, have you no conscience? Shouldn't you fall in line, putting your petty complaints aside as we struggle for humanity's very survival against this alien menace?
Everyone's a critic. Robbing a train again get you feeling nostalgic?
Damn straight. We must have hit the Shell Express a dozen times back in the day. Oh, that keeper never got old.
Almost got us killed when they smartened up and started using outriders to chase us.
Never was a man of them could keep up with you on a vulture, Jimmy. Just added to the fun. How the hell you got a job as marshal after all that? I'll never know.
Jim, let me in. What really happened on Tarsonis? Whatever it was, I can see it tearing you up inside.
Tarsonis. That's where it all went down. Meng stole a psi emitter from the Confederacy and planted it there. He knew that it'd attract the Zerg, and our revolution began that day. The day Mengsk murdered a whole planet and called it justice.
My God. Billions of innocent people. That's just monstrous. No wonder you hate him so much.
I've been looking for an encryption expert so we can access the adjutant we recovered. No luck so far.
Colonel Orlin at Dead Man's Port can crack anything. Haven't been back there in a while. Say, didn't you end up getting married last time we were there?
I told you before, if I knew what the prize was, I never would have joined that card game.
There's just something about a lover's reunion that chokes me up.